ready for the end of chapter 4? Remember, Mafatu has just fought the octopus and won, and now he is on his canoe. The sun had set. Dusk was rising from the surface of the sea. Mafatu struggled upright and peered cautiously over the side of the canoe. The inky water had cleared. Down there, 40 feet below, the octopus lay like a broken shadow. The white cups of its tentacles gleamed dully in the watery gloom. With shark line and hook, the boy fished up the feke's body. As he dragged it into the canoe, one of the tentacles brushed his ankle. Its touch was clammy and of a deathly chill. Mafatu shuddered and shrank away. He had eaten squid and small octopi ever since he was born, but he knew that he could not have touched a mouthful of this monster. He raised his spear and plunged it again and again into the body of his foe, shouting aloud a savage paean of triumph. 1,000 years of warrior heritage sounded in his cry. Once more, Maui had protected him. What to do with the feke? The boy decided to cut off the tentacles. They would dry and shrink, but they would still be of prodigious size. And the people of Hikaru would say, "See, Mafatu killed the feke single-handed. Aye." Dusk, almost in an instant, deepened into night. As Mafatu turned the nose of his canoe towards shore, the first stars were appearing, bright and close and friendly. There was the Southern Cross, pointing toward the end of the world. The lagoon was a black mirror, dusted with starshine. Far below in the dark waters, illuminated fishes moved and had their being. Meteors, galaxies, constellations under the sea. The boy saw a line of light, narrow as a blade, as the rare pala flashed away in its everlasting quest. A sand shark, phosphorescent ghost, darted after the pala, seized it in a swirl of luminous mist. The mist faded slowly. It was blood. Mysterious life forces were completing their cycle in those dark depths, even as on the earth and in the air above. This sea, no more to be feared than earth or air, only another element for man to conquer. And he, Mafatu, had killed the feke. Aye! As he dipped his paddle with a swinging rhythm, the rhythm of his thoughts swung in unison. Tomorrow I shall start home. Tomorrow, tomorrow. The thought of it set him a quiver. Tomorrow, tomorrow. He had been here so long. He dragged the canoe up on the beach, placed the logs under the curving stem so that he might launch it easily on the morrow. He would never need to climb the high plateau to the lookout again. Let the eaters of men come. As Mafatu waited for his supper to cook, he set about preparing for his journey. He would start at daybreak with the ebbing tide. He would be ready. He filled bamboo containers with fresh water, sealed them with leaves that were gummed into place, watertight and secure. Then he stored them carefully in the canoe. He prepared a poi of bananas and sealed it, likewise, into containers. There it would ferment and sour and become delicious to the taste. Then he picked a score or more of green drinking nuts and flung them into the canoe. As he trotted back and forth across the beach and his supper steamed on the fire, one thought alone, like an insistent drumbeat, echoed in the boy's heart. Tomorrow I shall start home. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Never again need he hang his head before his people. He had fought the sea for life and won. He had sustained himself by his own wits and skill. He had faced loneliness and danger and death. If not without flinching, at least with courage. He had been sometimes deeply afraid, but he had faced fear and faced it down. Surely that could be called courage. When he lay down to sleep that night, there was a profound thankfulness in his heart. Tavananui, he whispered, "My father, I want you to be proud of me." He fell into a heavy, dreamless sleep. Before dawn, he was awakened by a sound of measured booming, like the beating of a supernatural drum. Thump, 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 thump. It rose above the thunder of the reef, solemn and majestic. Instantly awake, listening with every sense, Mafatu sat upright. Far out on the reef, the seas burst and shot upward like sheeted ghosts in the moonlight. There it came again. Thump, 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 steady as a pulse, beating in the heart of darkness. And then Mafatu knew the eaters of men had come. That is the end of chapter 4. I hope you have a good night. Remember, Grandma loves you.